Hi everyone, it's Melanie and Exit Melanie on YouTube, and I'm your Tuesday vlogger on Back2BasicsWLS. How you doing? Today's topic, or this week's topic, is basically, body dysmorphia and what happens as it happened to you. How do you experience it after rapid weight loss? Do you still see the old, bigger person when you look in the mirror? Has your mind caught up to your weight loss yet? And if so, if not, how do you deal with that? And I don't want to say I'm not qualified to talk about this, but I've not had a rapid weight loss, and maybe that makes it a little bit easier for me to keep my mind catching up. I'm 50 pounds down with about 45 to go. 50 to go. So I'm in a little bit of a different scenario because it is slower. But has it caught up? You know what? I think I had this odd phenomenon before this weight loss journey where it didn't matter how bad I felt or what I felt about myself. For some reason, when I looked in the mirror, I never saw myself as big as I was. I just never did. And that's probably true of some other people. I've heard some people say that as well. Is you look in the mirror at my highest weight, and I didn't see me at that weight until a picture. If somebody took a picture of me and I went, I was like, oh my God, I had no idea. Like I did, but I didn't, if that makes sense. So I don't know if it's some kind of mind trick that goes on when you look in the mirror, and you see yourself as smaller. Also, when you look in the mirror, you can see yourself as bigger. And that's not an inability to gauge what your actual body size is. I think is probably the best way to describe that. Now, I know, a couple weeks ago. See, what happens is I've been at this similar weight for many months, pushing a year basically. Where I won't call it a stall. I'll call it 50 pounds down, and haven't gotten my head around in the moving down point. But I will. Nothing's ever over. Nothing's ever too late. But anyway, so keep that in mind. So in my head, I'm pretty used to my size, and right now. However, a couple weeks ago, I went to a friend's funeral. One of my friends from kindergarten. I grew up in a very, very small town. And, I hadn't seen anybody in a few years, certainly since pre-op. So when I'm getting ready to go there, and you're not supposed to be thinking about, oh, how do you look or whatever. When I'm getting ready to go there, in my mind, I'm like, I've been the same weight for a while. What am I going to wear? Blah, blah, blah. And you go through that kind of thing. However, when I got there, those people hadn't seen me since I started this journey a year and change ago. And so they're like, oh my God, you look great. And in my head, I'm like, what are they talking? I'm like, oh, they didn't know me. They haven't seen me in a while. And that was an interesting Jedi mind thing that went on there. But also I cut my hair off when I had this surgery, and then shortly after I cut all my hair off. So that's a change too. But I have friends, one of my friends who became diabetic at about 186 pounds and is now about 115, 120, in a size 2. And I know, going shopping with her, sometimes she'll still pick out like extra large. She'll hold up her laundry and not understand that it's hers at this time, and she's been down to a size 2 for probably 2 years now. And my other friend out here who had lap band surgery, and lost 150 pounds. And I know from shopping with her too that that's her experience too. And maybe I'll have that experience when I get to my lowest weight, but just based on where I am now. But the good thing about all of this is, and it's what I noticed. It's what I noticed from my friends, in YouTube or on Facebook, and it's what I noticed for people in my personal life too. Is when someone is heavier, and then you see them as lighter, it's like the greatest side effect of this. It's like every memory of knowing them at that heavier weight in their minds gets replaced. They only know you at this weight. They only know you as the littler you. And it's so weird. I mean, if you think we don't remember what we look like then, neither does anybody else that we see. Once you see them like once, it's like a very, very cool thing. Yeah, so I kind of hope that helps. One of the therapeutic techniques that is used for people who have an inability to see themselves at their true size. And I might have recommended this to people when they're not able to wrap their minds around it. But anyway, so here it is. You know those rolls of like craft paper things that you can get for kids that just roll out? The white paper, you can put it on your table. We used to do it at Thanksgiving so all the kids could just write all over the tablecloth. Good idea, by the way. You should do that. But anyway, if you get that and you just roll enough of it to go up a wall, right, taller than you, and you stand there and you have one of your friends, family member, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, trace the outline of your body. You know what I mean? Stand with your back against the wall and trace the outline of your body. When that's done, even if you don't look at it right away, the next time you look at it and you see that that's what your body, it's that little per se, it's supposed to help trigger you and start to make you think or realize or see you how you are, if that makes sense. But anyway, not sure how helpful. I hope you have a good week, and I'm interested to see what everyone says who has had a more rapid journey. So have a good week, and I'll see you next week, guys. Bye-bye.